The latest SSB is now giving an average 10-year yield of 2.69%, while the first-year yield is at 2.49%. So, is this month's SSB still a good investment? The short answer is yes, and the long answer, yes. All jokes aside, in this video, I'll be sharing why I think SSB is still a good investment, as well as what are some alternatives that you can look at besides SSB. Alright, let's jump right in. So, the reason as to why I think SSB is still a good investment is because treasury yields have been coming down, and this may be one of the last times we will see yields this high, at least until the Fed raises rates all over again, of course. If you look at Singapore 10-year bond yield, it has been on a downward trajectory since 2024. This coincides with the Fed lowering their federal funds rate from 5.5% in 2024 to 4.5% now. And going forward, the Fed is expected to cut rates 3 more times this year to bring rates down to the 3.5 to 3.75% range, which means if everything goes as expected, we can expect to see SSB 10-year average bond yield to further go down to the low 2% range by the end of this year. And sure enough, if you head over to I Love SSB and see the projection for next month, you'll see that next month's SSB is going to give even lower rates as compared to this month. Now, even though SSB is giving a lower yield than what many of the other alternatives out there, such as bank interest, fixed deposits, and even some money market funds, the good thing about SSB is that it lets you lock in the rates for a full 10-year period. This means in the future, when all the other alternatives have lowered their rates, you still get to enjoy the rates that you have locked in with SSB. Not only that, if you ever suddenly need the money one day, you are also able to redeem the money before the closing date each month and get back your money by the following month, alongside with any accrued interest that the bond has accumulated. So SSB not only functions like a fixed deposit where you get to lock in the rates over the long term, it also functions like an emergency fund should you ever need the money. This is very good for those who are looking to preserve their wealth while getting a fixed income, especially for retirees where they can't afford to take on too much risk. So if you are interested in investing in this month's SSB, do make sure to apply for it before the closing date, which is 25th April 9 PM. If you're unsure how to apply for SSB, you can check out my step-by-step tutorial here. Also, here's one useful tip. If you have any existing SSB, especially the ones before 2022, you may want to see if you can get better rates by selling your old SSB, then move the money over to the new one to lock in better rates. To check your SSBs, you can head over to SSB's website, log in, then at the top left, click on My Savings Bonds, My Portfolio, then scroll down to see all the SSBs that you have. Right now, all my SSBs average 10-year yield is higher than the current SSB yield, so I won't be looking to recycle the capital. But if yours have lower rates, then you might want to recycle the capital. Again, if you need a tutorial on how to redeem your existing SSB, you can check out my step-by-step tutorial here. However, with that being said, if you already have plans for your money over the coming few years, and you know you don't need to park your money for the full 10 years, there may be other better alternatives out there. That's because SSB is only offering a 2.49% interest for the first 3 years. So what are some alternatives that you can go for? Depending on when you need your money and your risk tolerance, I will separate this into 2 sections, namely the best risk-free place to park your money for a few months and the best low-risk place to park your money for a few days to a few months. So let's start with the best risk-free place to park your money for a few months. For this, the usual candidates are places like banks and fixed deposits, since they have SDIC insurance. But the first place that I want to especially point out is UOB1. That's because it has this promotion which can give you up to $500 bonus return if you can park new funds in and keep it there for 4 months. Not just that, they also have a tax promotion which will let you earn up to 6% cashback when you use Gyro to pay your tax bills via the UOB1 account. So that is option number 1. But for those who can't fulfill UOB1's criteria, a simpler alternative that you can go for is GSS Bank. By default, they are giving you 2.38% interest if you park your funds in the savings pocket. But if you know you don't need the money over the next 3 months, you can move the funds over to the Boost pocket, where you will get to earn a slightly higher 2.58% interest. Otherwise, another alternative is to park your funds in bank fixed deposits. Right now, if you check the fixed deposit comparison page, the best fixed deposit rates that you can get is from Maybank, which is giving a 2.9% interest over a 6-month period. So it is definitely better than SSB's 2.49% interest for the first 3 years. Okay, those were some of the places that you can park your money if you don't want any risk. But if you are okay with some risk, here are some places where you can park your money to potentially get a higher return. The first place is Longbridge. That's because it's currently offering a very attractive sign-up promotion. For those who do not know, Longbridge is a relatively new low-cost broker that lets you trade Singapore, Hong Kong, and the US markets, while offering commission-free trades for both Hong Kong and US markets. And they are currently running a welcome promotion where new users can enjoy a 14% interest booster for 90 days on up to $2,000 deposited into any of the Cash Plus funds. And if you can deposit a minimum of $10,000 into the account and keep the funds there for 90 days while completing 5 buy trades, you will also get to earn 1 free Apple share. So if you do the math, that's around $370 worth of rewards. And if you use my link to sign up, you will earn another $18 exclusive rewards on top of all the existing rewards. Other than Longbridge welcome offer, money market funds such as Fullerton SGD Cash Fund, United SGD Money Market Fund, and Lion Global SGD Money Market Fund are also good low-risk places to park your money. They are all currently offering around 2.7 to 2.8% yield, and you can find them in your usual low-cost brokers such as Momo Singapore, Tiger Brokers, and Weeboo. Otherwise, if you need a low-risk investment that can allow you to withdraw and get back your funds within 1 business day, you can check out the Fullerton SGD Liquidity Fund in Moomoo, which lets you withdraw and get back the money within the same day, as long as you submit the withdrawal before 9 AM on a business day. Besides that, Poem's Smart Park, Mario Invest Save Plus, and Wise Interest also offer same-day withdrawal. But if you want to reduce the risk of your withdrawals getting delayed, if you know you know, one good tip is to spread your funds across a few platforms in order to diversify the liquidity risk. Otherwise, if you aren't planning to touch your money for at least 1 year, UOB Cash Plus Extra is offering a slightly higher projected return. Now, even though they don't have any lockup period, the reason I say 1 year is because the fund that they are investing in is of slightly higher risk, and you will need to invest for a longer time horizon to smooth the volatility out. Personally, I'm also parking some of my money into Big Funder, which is offering 6% yield for a 1-year investment horizon. But just take note, just because I'm parking my money in there doesn't make it a good investment for you, yeah? The yield is high for a reason, and you need to fully understand what you are getting into before investing in it. Just want to put it big here, in case you only look at the return and miss what I say. So those were some of the places where you can park your money in. For the full list of options, you can check out my video here where I go through even more options. Anyway, that's all for this video. Hope you found it useful. Like, share and subscribe as I'll be posting new videos every Monday, Wednesday and Friday.